Welcome back. I'm back. You're back. Hey, we back. Welcome everyone to this episode on the Ultimate Sports TV, guys. The 2021 NFL Draft is officially over. It was a blast, but now let's get to some 2021 NFL Draft grades, guys. In each video, I'll be doing it by division. In this video, I'll be NFL draft grading each team in the AFC North, guys, the best division in football. Also, go check out my other NFL draft grades by division on this channel, guys. But also, before I get into these NFL draft grades, please make sure you subscribe to Ultimate Sports TV, because if you are not subscribed, you're missing out on so much, people, because this is the hot spot. Get lots and lots of time from the Ultimate Sports TV spot with NBA and NFL content. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and join the TUS TV squad. Then when you're done with that, please like this video for me, share this video and YouTube channel, then comment down below your AFC North NFL draft grades down in the comment section below, guys. But now let's get into NFL draft grading these AFC North teams. Let's get it. Alright, here are the AFC North draft grades. For the Bengals, I gave them a grade B. The Browns, I gave them a grade A+. The Steelers, I gave them a grade B-. And for the Ravens, I gave them a grade A-. We're first going to start by breaking down the Bengals grade B. Now, for the Bengals, they started off their draft by not picking Penei Sewell, but picking Ja'Marr Chase. Now, that was the wrong decision in my mind, but I saw it coming. When you already have two good wide receivers in T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, you do not need Ja'Marr Chase. But hey, the chemistry is there with Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase, so there is an upside to it, and Ja'Marr Chase is a very good wide receiver. But when you have a generational tackle on the board like Penei Sewell, you go and take him, because if you don't want your quarterback to go get hurt again, you go get all the good offensive line help that you can get. When you have incredible offensive line help sitting there on your face at number 5, you go and take it. You don't go and take some position you don't need and could easily pick up a wide receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round. So I will hold that against the Bengals, but I won't hold it against them too much, because they drafted offensive line depth in this draft, but they also made sure they went and got an offensive tackle or offensive lineman in the 2nd round in Jackson Carman out of Clemson. Now, it's not Penei Sewell, but it is an offensive tackle. And with Frank Pollock there, the Jets offensive line coach from last year, he is a good offensive line coach, and I think he'll be able to develop these players greatly. And they drafted offensive line depth. I like Joseph Osai. I liked his pick for the Cincinnati Bengals, putting him next to Trey Hendrickson. Now, the rest of their picks, nothing stands out to me, but I think they put good depth into it all. Cameron Sample, I like that pick. Tyler Shelvin from LSU, I like that pick. They get more offensive line depth, and they get more defensive end depth. So I like those picks there for the Bengals. I'll give them a B. Now I graded the Browns draft with an A+, the best draft in all of the AFC North and the best draft in all of the league, guys. Look, the Browns headed into this draft with little to no holes. They sealed all the little holes up in this draft right here. They needed a boundary corner. They get, in my opinion, the 2nd best corner in the NFL draft in Greg Newsome, who can play man defense and zone defense, is versatile, can rush the quarterback, can play some good run defense. He is a good boundary corner to go next to Denzel Ward, Troy Hill, and Greedy Williams. Then you go in the 2nd round, where we have the steal of the draft, where the Browns pick up JOK, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and patch up that linebacker room. You now have Jacob Phillips, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, Malcolm Smith, and Anthony Walker. Jacob Phillips is going to be a breakout candidate this year. I think we all know how good Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is going to be. Malcolm Smith was a top 10 coverage linebacker last year, graded by PFF, and Anthony Walker is an exceptional, one of the best linebackers at run defense. So they have a good and pretty solid linebacking room, and we already know what they got up front with Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney, Malik Jackson, and all the defensive tackles they brung in. But they've just added in this draft all of the pieces that they needed to just seal up those little holes. They even got Richard LeCounte. They even got Tommy Togiai. They got the fastest player now in the league in Anthony Schwartz, who ran a 4.25. That is crazy. Not only did they add versatility to this team, they added more talent, and they filled up those little holes that they did have. The Browns get an A+ because they got at least 3 steals in this draft. They got a lot of talent, and they covered up a lot of their holes, the little tiny holes that they had coming into this NFL draft. You have to applaud Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski and Paul DePodesta for this one in the Browns front office, because they got a lot of steals, traded up when they needed to trade up, stayed patient, accumulated a lot of talent and added to some depth. Got a lot of steals. You have to applaud the Browns for this one. They're getting an A+ because they got a lot of steals. They got a lot of talent, guys. Now, for the Steelers, I'm giving them a B-. Now, they picked Najee Harris in the first round. If you're not Saquon Barkley, though, I'm not picking a running back in the first round. So that got me off a little bit, knowing you had a possibility of choosing him in the second round. And if he wasn't there, you still would have had a chance at Javonte Williams. If the pieces fall where they may, you may have had a chance at Travis Etienne. So I think with all the talented offensive linemen in this draft, I think they should have went offensive linemen in the first round. But I do like Najee Harris as a player and a prospect, so I will give that to the Steelers. But in the second round is where they messed up, because they picked Pat Fireman. I do not like that pick at all. They have Eric Ebron. While Eric Ebron is not the best tight end, he is serviceable. When you need an offensive lineman more, you don't go ahead and pick a tight end out of Penn State. You need to go pick an offensive lineman. They were talented offensive linemen on the board, and the Steelers did not go get one. So that's where they slipped up there, and then they had to settle for Kendrick Green. I do not like Kendrick Green. I think he has a lot of stuff to really fix in his game and stuff, and I think the Steelers really messed up by not taking an offensive lineman in the second round, and that kind of messed with the stability of the rest of the draft. While I do like some picks like Buddy Johnson and Quincy Roche in later rounds, it really just messed up the format of their draft and who they were going to pick later and what talents really were popping to your eyes. But the Steelers did have a solid draft, so I'm going to give them a B-. Alright, the Ravens get an A-. I really like the Ravens draft here. Now, I don't really like the pick of Jason Owa, knowing you could have picked Azeez Ojulari. But for their first pick in the draft at 27, they picked Rashad Bateman. I think that was a steal. I think Rashad Bateman would have gone top 20, top 18, maybe just before the Ravens. But him falling to 27 is a steal for the Ravens. Knowing what receiver Lamar Jackson needs, a 50-50 ball receiver, a receiver that's really good at route running. Although he doesn't have that speed, he has that 50-50 ball kind of special characteristic in his game. And I think when you put a player like that around Lamar Jackson, that will really help. And then they picked Tylan Wallace in the fourth round, which I thought was a mega steal for the Ravens. So I really like that. Tylan Wallace is going to be a good receiver in this league. Again, Jason Owa. I don't really like Jason Owa. I don't think he's going to be that great. I think they should have picked Azeez Ojulari. He fits their system better. He's a better talent. They should have picked Azeez Ojulari, called it a day. But they picked Shaun Wade, who I think is going to be good in the Ravens system and is going to be coached right, knowing the Ravens will probably put him on the outside. But the Ravens just picked a lot of good talent. They picked a lot of good guys that fit their system and got some good steals in this draft right here, guys. But these are my AFC North draft grades. Give your AFC North draft grades in the comment section below, guys. This is Malik Hicks, aka the Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you in my next one.